Hey again everybody, here's the same chart of BMY from the last two videos I did. I'm going to do a little example on time to just illustrate how this will work to give you pivot points. I'm going to use a different technique than just using the octave I showed for price. You can do that, but there are many other ways you can use octave theory in your trading. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet. So I'm going to pull my spreadsheet in here. So this is an octave calculator that has many different functions. In this particular one, I'm going to use the dot array for time, and that's what my inputs are going to be in here. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to take the first high where we hit the 81 level, which was an important high, and then we double tapped against that same level. That was a so tone between the 108 and 54 octave. So now I'm going to take those two dates, the date of the first high and the date of the second high. So I'm going to call that first high is going to be the do tone, and the second high is going to be the re tone. So I'm going to plug those two dates in on my time dot array sheet here. There's about 10 or so tabs on the bottom that all have different functions for price and time. So the two dates were 11/9/22, which I put in here. The inputs are the yellow boxes there. And then the 12/1/22 was the date of the second high in the double tap. So what we're looking at, I'm going to take the dates off of the main scale, the zero scale. You can see I have the zero scale dates. So we input the do and re date. So we have a date of 12/23, 1/6/23, 2/5/23, 3/6/23, 4/12/23 is the T note, and then on 5/4 we're at the end of the octave. You can see that this calculation gives you all the internal octaves as well, but we're not using those because they're too tight on that small of a move. It becomes too granular. This is if you're going to do a large market move measurement, is when you're going to want to use the internal octaves, but everything is too tight on this particular scale, so we're going to just stick with the main scale. So now what I've done is taken the dates mentioned from the first octave and marked the pivot points or the dates with arrows where they fell. And then I ran it out and did the same calculation from the end date of the first octave to create the second harmonic octave. So I'm not doing an ascending or descending octave. I'm just repeating the same octave and using that as a harmonic. Let me get rid of that notification. So I'm running the three harmonics of that octave back to back. I've got the start marked with the vertical line. The second octave starts here at the vertical line. That octave goes from 5/4 to 5/26. And then the last octave goes from 5/26 to early April. I think the actual date was the 17th. And it fell, yeah, it's the 17th. It might have been the 16th. It might have fell on the weekend there. No, it was the 17th. Okay, so we've got the three harmonics back to back. So you can see when we come off the second high, the re tone, our next hits, this would be the mi tone here on the 22nd. The fa tone is a minor high. The so tone is coming back up to this level here and makes a high there, and that kicks off a good push down. We get a very minor retracement up to this very minor high. The time point comes in here at the la point and fires the market back down, and that's where you get the end of the consolidation and you get the breakout to the downside. The T note is here at this high, and then the do note is at price at this low. Getting into the next octave, we have the re tone at this low. Mi, the fa, one day off the high. The so, one day off this high. The la, a good high again. The T tone at the low, not much of a reversal, but it stops the downside momentum. And then we get the breakdown right as we're moving to the do tone, and we bottom out at the do, and it makes a wick bottom one day after the do tone comes in, and we've got support there because we're at price and time. When we get both together, no matter how we calculate the octaves, when we get time and price together, you're going to get a reversal. It doesn't have to be the same octave as a bass. So then we've got one more octave we're running through here. We've got the do. The re tone comes in here at this low. Mi at this high. Fa's another high. So at this high. I'm sorry, this is mi. This is fa. So the la is at this high. The T tone is here. We've got, notice how we've got price and time here and here. And where we hit directly, we got the bigger move right back down to the do, which is the end of that octave at that low. We missed hitting the price level here, so we just got a minor move there. We'll get better moves come when you get a clean move up to a price level and a time point comes in. You're going to get a good V-type pivot or inverted V-type pivot swing reversal. So anyhow, that's just one way to use the time component in the octave. So just want to show you that. Many other ways to use that. I have those all built into this Excel calculator. And that information was from the Gann Science book.